I had some people recommend that I address the lying that's been going on about the original Purple Gang. Part of which is they also were called the Sugar Hill Gang. And a lot of people have misinformation, a lot of which is because of the conviction of Al Capone with regards to tax evasion. And people don't really have the understanding of the truth with the situation because Elliot Ness, along with the people who helped put away Al Capone wrongfully. Oh, look at me. See now? It's anyway, the people that helped put Al Capone away wrongfully lied about the situation. And so, kind of like with my case with my daughter, this happened over and over again with several members of my family, Al Capone specifically, with regards to the tax evasion conviction and the fact that Two Gun Hart had testified for him at that hearing with regards to him being his half brother. Both of them had John Henry Fitzgerald as their fathers, which is one of the reasons there was a problem with regards to the tax evasion case against Al Capone, because he was indigenous. And a lot of people didn't want to recognize this because it meant that he was innocent of tax evasion. He was part of the group that created the Purple Gang. The reason they did it was because they were being religiously persecuted in accordance with the word where alcohol was concerned, as it says in the Bible that it was given for to heal the stomach as well as other ailments. And so when you watch things with regards to the Bible and the instruction on it, the one thing everyone agrees on is that Jesus did recommend wine for the stomach and for medicinal purposes. And so keeping it and having away from people in regards to prohibition violated their right to religion, which is exactly why the Purple Gang was created. A lot of people don't realize that Al Capone himself was persecuted by the Catholic Church. And so him being Catholic and very, very religious, according to our family, is a lot of the reason that they created the Purple Gang. They were nonviolent. They did not believe in violence and actually were fighting against persecution, and they believed in giving. My grandfather, Al Capone, gave. And when you do that, it creates enemies, especially people who saw the attention that he received because of his giving. I don't hear anybody say anything except for maybe one or two people about how they claim that Al Capone was a bad person. Everyone that I speak to all across the country, and I've talked to a lot of people, I've even had people who hunted me out knowing that I am Al Capone's confirmed granddaughter and wanted to tell me stories about him, including the people that who are related, they're directly related to the woman who made my grandmother's wedding dress for her and Al Capone when they got married in Arizona. Again, so there's no confusion here. Al Capone was full-blooded indigenous. There's a lot of people that are mad that truth is being let out. And so there's no confusion. He claimed my mother. And so I wanted it known with regards to the truth because of the misinformation. They were not violent and they didn't do anything but give. That part. So there's a lot of people out here that bootlegged for Al Capone, and a lot of people that benefited from the giving and the kindness and humanitarian type of a heart that my grandfather had. It's really quite a shame that both him and his group were targeted like they were by our government. And so this is common when you look at indigenous, especially some of the royalty. And, not to be funny, a lot of people also didn't know that Al Capone tried to run for office, which is right when he was arrested for tax evasion. Not because he was audited, because people were angry that he was getting the truth out. So that we're all on the same page here. So there's a lot of truths that he wanted to be known, and there's a lot of people that wanted to shut him up for that. And so there's a lot of lies and misinformation going around about the Purple Gang. They are the last thing that they ever would be is violent. We do not condone violence. We want people to love and share and help each other rise up. That is what the Purple Gang represents. Survivorship. So if you've ever been abused, you've been, especially people that are Al-Anon members who have been abused and hurt by our family members who are addicted to different things, not just drugs and alcohol. There's people that are addicted to food, sex, video games, and so much more. You can literally have gluttony of anything. So remember this as you hear about the Purple Gang. We're here to give emotional support. Nothing more, nothing less. The biggest part of all, and this is something that my grandfather would really, really want to make sure is stressed completely and out there on the table, that he hated dirty cops. He despised them, especially because of Elliot Ness and how he lied about Al Capone. So pay attention when you hear these stories. Do they have evidence? Are they being brought forth by credible people or people that are bitter and angry because they weren't getting the attention that Al Capone got? So listen when you hear people talk. Were they even there? Or are they just making stuff up so they can be relevant? Let this be the conversation that you have, instead of misinformation, with God's love. God bless America. Have a blessed day. Back the badge and support the Purple Gang.